Hello, Will here, and we are back. Yep, I took a bit of a hiatus for a little bit. I was trying to figure out how I wanted to carry on doing YouTube stuff. I was trying to think, do I want to do it as live stream broadcast, this or the other, this, that, and the other, la la la. I just took a bit of a hiatus to try and figure all that kind of stuff out. Because I know I said in the last video that was about nearly 3 months ago or something like that, something stupid, 2 months ago or something. Yeah, I know I said I was going to be doing like broadcasts, and I haven't got round to doing that. But I just didn't have it in me to do it. I just didn't have the drive. So I decided to take a bit of a hiatus from YouTube stuff for a bit. And so, but now I'm going to come back. I'm not coming back doing loads of videos. I'm not going to be doing loads of content. It'll still be like the one video a week kind of thing. And hopefully uploads will be on Fridays, basically. But it's not going to always be Skyrim. Sometimes it'll be Skyrim. Sometimes it might be a mod showcase. It might be just pissing around with Skyrim for a little bit. It might piss around with something else, whatever. It's basically, I'm just going to do what I want to do. That's that. If people don't like it, oh well, people don't like it. Doesn't matter. I'm doing this for fun anyway. But enough of that out of the way. That's what's been going on. Just took a bit of a hiatus. Now we're back. We're going to be starting a new series of Skyrim. So I'm going to end Skyrim Revisited, and this is going to be a new series with a new character. I'm not going to bore you with the whole character creation. I'm going to do that just very quickly off screen. Blah blah blah. But we are going to be here checking out a update to a mod, which has been one of my mods, and about a week ago, 2 weeks ago, I did an update to Dark Moon of Elsweyr that added in a small quest, made some tweaks to some areas, to one of the areas, a few bits and bobs. Basically, this video is just going to be going through that, having a bit of a, just going through it, having a bit of fun, tra la la, blah blah blah, why not? But yeah, we're going to create a whole new character, because unfortunately, the one that I created in the last video, I can't use that character because I don't have a particular mod on anymore, so that character doesn't quite work. So I have to start again for creating a new character. But I will, not we, because it's only me here. I'll be back once I've got the character made, and I will basically see you in Markarth. Alright, here we are. New character. This character's just called Syra. Blah 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 blah. She is a Chikiniki, so I've used one of my race mods, the Adventurer's Weapon Pack, Volume 3, the race one. So she's a Chikiniki, which makes it interesting because Chikinikis can't regenerate their health, their stamina, or their magicka by just standing there. You have to either use potions or sleep or rest, basically. That can be an interesting dynamic. The first thing I do want to show is it's only a small minor change, but I want just to point this out just so people aren't like, what? I can't get in there anymore, or where is the key for this place? Go in the small village of Terror, which is sort of like the main first village you'll probably come across. You got Woodlight Cottage here, which is basically it's a player home. It's nothing too extravagant, nothing too grand. It's a basic cottage, but it's yours if you want it. Basically, it requires a key. And basically, to get the key, because originally it was up on the door frame here. You had the key hanging up here, kind of thing. But one thing that Dragonblade Carlisle pointed out to me, and I experienced it once myself, but I never had a problem with it. But then Dragonblade had a problem with it, and I was thinking, actually, you know what? Possibly other people might be having a real problem with it. Is that sometimes the key would fall down, and it would end up sort of like down here, so you'd have to like go searching for it, kind of thing. So basically, all I've done now is basically you got this little bronze pot here. If you come to the dirt here, you're looking for move dirt. Just move the dirt, and there's the key. Got the key. Now you can get in. Bosh, sorted. So I just want to point that out first as a small minor change. Any kind of changes, minor changes and updates are also in the description for the mod as well, but I also want to give a visual representation of Mod Thematic. Alright, so that's it for Terra. That's the only minor change in here, so we're going to move on, and we need to go to Thornclaw, because that had a massive change in Thornclaw, so I'll see you in Thornclaw. Alright, here we are, in Thornclaw. And so yeah, in the last update, Thornclaw itself did get a bit of an overhaul in the ways of its design. So it's gonna, if you haven't played this for a while, I thought, and you sort of feel like, oh, there, you know, that obviously had an update at some point, and might get back to it at some point. Yeah, you will come to realise that Thornclaw, for example, as well as possibly Terra, yeah. But primarily, Thornclaw has had a very big overhaul done to it. So, it's like, for example, you have the graveyard here. This has been expanded, as you can see. So, you got a few more gravestones here now. You got a bit more of what is like a pathway sort of thing, you know. So, rather than just being there's just a bit there and it's got some gravestones, the original bit is still here. You know, you still got the original part, but it's just been expanded further down this way, for example. And yeah, obviously as well, there's a lot more like stone and like brickwork, you know, with like stone walls. It's to give it that more kind of more enclosed city kind of feeling, rather than it being, because it was very open last time, very open. I've just tried to make it like feel a bit more enclosed, like a normal city kind of is. You know, there hasn't been any like major changes in the ways of the actual city itself. The city hasn't been expanded. It's just been the detailing. It's just been sort of like improved, shall we say? So it's like here now you got like where you know, these houses still, so you got, you know, you still got the like the abandoned home and Tesh's home and stuff like that, but it's more enclosed, like it's like its own little personal mini street kind of thing, you know. Bada bing, bada boom. For carry on up here, obviously yeah, the walls are carrying on for the whole time. Bada bing, bada boom. The park itself, this obviously little park thing here. This hasn't been expanded. The park itself hasn't changed. It's just now there's two different entrances and sort of like a whole little like horse stable thing here. Shopping's the sort of like main market area hasn't changed too much. Again, it's just primarily brick walls and this massive archway. There's a couple of like new NPCs. So there's like you got Busha here as a new NPC, but they are a beggar. So you want to, you can give them some gold, you know, if you want to. I think that boom, and then that's primarily like some of the bigger changes to here. It's just a lot of like expansion to detail, basically. You know, so it's over here. It's now, you know, originally this kind of thing wasn't here. This wasn't here. It was just open space, you know. But now it's given that small kind of a bit of enclosure. So it's a bit, to me, it's just a bit nicer. Yeah, and that's it. That's one of the changes to Thornclaw. Another change to Thornclaw, which is technically actually part of an update, well, part of the update as well. It adds, you get another area where you had the homes originally. So if you start heading towards the blacksmith, you'll see this archway. If you come through this archway, there is another entrance at the city entrance. And you sort of like get to this area here. So kind of like it's like a back alley to a degree. Where you got two. I think if I remember correctly, I put two new houses here. Because you still, you know, because you got the back of the house, or back of the houses that were originally here. And it's like, yeah, here you got Cocotte's house, you know, and they have their own, you know, private little garden, la la la, you know, just for immersion's sake kind of thing. There's a random person here. We've got Shiva, who is basically it's another modder. So I think I've added nods to like a couple of more modders. Shiva being one of them, for example, as Shiva the creator. But yeah, if you come up here to, you're gonna go out to this house here, the Vishal Tsunami. Which basically, this is a nod to Mammoth Tsunami. I can't remember what language that is. I know it's a language, but I can't remember what language it is. But yeah, but this is Vishal Tsunami. This is another player home. Again, this one hasn't, the detailing and the craziness of it has not gone to the same as, say, for example, Dragonblade Estate. But but it has been like tweaked, messed around with, sort of decorated out, so it looks nice. But as you can see, it also requires a key. Now, originally, when I first released the update with Vishal Tsunami in it, I forgot to put the key in. Dumbass me. Forgot to put the key in, so there was no way in unless you had a way to actually unlock doors that require keys without the key. But the key's in the game now, so you can get the key to actually get inside. And for that, all you gotta do is just come into the back garden here. Again, it does mention in the description, but I'll show you where it is. So you come in the back garden, come to the gazebo here, and just behind the bee barrel, you've got the key to Vishal Tsunami. So there you go, bosh. And then this obviously is just another player house, and use it for whatever you want. Bada bing, bada boom. So that was also added in. And for the, who are you? Dr. Jargo. Anyway, so the kind of like last main part of this update to Thornclaw, which is also does tie into the sort of new little mini side quest that you can get, is basically this building here, which is the Clawed Iron Company, or along with Claw Iron and Rat. But yeah, so Clawed Iron Company, this is technically 2 degrees, basically where the new quest line starts. It doesn't, you don't get any kind of indication at the beginning of this mod that this quest does exist. This is just a quest that you'll find if you don't decide to read descriptions and updates, basically. So we're going to go in and we're going to have a look and basically start this new questline. So yeah, we're going to go in and make a start. Alright, and here we are inside the Ironclad Company. Now, as long as the game doesn't do a Bethesda and glitch and go all funny and fucky on me, and you technically, if player, basically these doors will be locked. And you require a key. But this isn't obviously, but of course, this isn't going to be key that you can just go and find. So what you would need to do is, now sometimes there would be a Khajiit sat here, there would be someone sit here. So not all the time. I think sometimes the game just decides to, for example, she's up there. She is meant to be here, but sometimes the game spawns characters in oddly, so she might not always end up being here. But she's not too important for here. I just wanted to point that out, just in case if people are like, "Hey, what is that character got? What, they were normally there?" Or, "Oh, blah, 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 blah." But no, what you're going to want to do is not look at this ledger. What you're going to want to do is look at this ledger. Where it says activate ledger, and you're going to just, obviously, activate it. So you're going to get this message going out. There is a message in this ledger that explains that I will need to visit the local blacksmith at the Ironclaw Smithy to help obtain myself a key. I will need to pay for the materials to make the key, and the paying for the materials does also act as an administration fee to the mercenary group. I will need to buy an iron ingot and an Aqir steel ingot. So the problem is that you can't buy keys. For some reason, keys aren't a vendor item. You can't buy them, you can't sell them. So that's kind of annoying. but oh well, it is what it is. And though technically you can, there's like scripts you can do that will put things on and add things into inventory and stuff like that when you read it, activate it, or whatever. For some reason, I can't seem to get to add a key. I can't seem to get the right script, but that's a modded problem that you don't have to worry about that yourselves. So what we're going to go and do is we're going to go to the blacksmith and we're going to go and get an iron ingot, and hopefully I should be able, hopefully at this level anyway, I should be able to buy myself a Aqir steel ingot. If not, we're going to have a bit of a problem. So I will be back when I'm at the blacksmith. Right. Hopefully she has the steel ingot. I know sometimes she does, sometimes she doesn't. So let's have a look.
Take a look.
I don't know. Do you have what I'm looking for? All right. So you got the iron ingot. I just need one. Bosh. Unfortunately, you don't have the Aqir steel. Yeah, there you are. Zoo. Right.
Take a look.
Hopefully you've got one. Yes. Right, so what I gotta do now, just come over here, bush, and go down to miscellaneous, and here we are. Key to Claudine Company. Bosh. There we go. Boom. Done. Right, so now that we're in, we should be able to open up these doors. There we go. And there we go. Alright, now something you might have realised that there is a new set of armour and a new weapon. That is specifically, primarily, you can only basically get these in the Iron Clawed Company. You can't buy them anywhere else, you can't find them anywhere else, only in the company. But you can come down here and into here, and you can pick up yourself a set. So we're going to have a quick look. So you got the ironwork, so you got what you need here. You also got Amaruk. Amaruk here.
What are you doing that for?
I don't know. What am I doing? I'm standing on all your weapons. Actually, come on. Did I actually give? I think I might given him some to sell. I think, or maybe not. Oh yeah, I did. There you go. So yeah. So you could buy him if you want, or you could just be a cheapskate and just take it from here, basically. So you got a tungsten sword, that does a lot of damage. You got the company boots, company armor, and the company gauntlets. I'm not gonna. Well, you know what? Fuck it. Boom, 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 and boom. Cool. And then we'll just quick look at them. Boosh. Yes, I know it's low. Boosh. And then boosh. Hopefully it's not going to kill me straight off the bat. Right, cool. I mean, my stamina's gone. I got none left because of how mobs and that kind of stuff worked. So yeah, as you can see, it's got like a kind of like a bronzy, goldishly sort of metallic shine to it. That's not just because of the lighting. Is that it is actually part of its design. It is meant to have that kind of like odd sheen to it. As you can see there, it's got this weird like goldishy tang to it, kind of thing, you know. And then you got the sword, which is the tungsten sword, which is basically it's just like a black marble, basically. And boom, shiny. Everybody's happy and we're all cool. I'm just going to basically just use this stuff just to make sure that I actually stay alive through all of this. Right, so that's all that done. So let's go and have a look upstairs. Let's come back through. Obviously, you do have some other mercs here. So you got Tiffany.
How can I assist? Yes.
Alia. Now some of them are followers and some of them aren't. So like Tiffany isn't a follower, but Alia is, for example. Kaiju is not. Who you are? The same guy that was just over there 2 seconds ago. He's a teleporting cat. I thought that was one of the mercs though. It's not. It's just a bloody armor. And then I think there's one more. It's not you. Anyone else? I think there. I'm pretty sure if I can work out, there is one. One of them is outside. Okay, well there's nothing there. There's another set of the armor there. So yeah, right. You're gonna have a new book. This is a book that's been added into the thing, alongside with this mod. The Tongue of the Devil. I'm not gonna spend my time reading it now, but if you obviously just want to pause it, and then you can like just read it for yourself. Bada bing, bada boom, bada bing, bada boom, and then bosh. Yeah, it's not a long book. It's it's not long. Over that, but it just gives a bit of backstory to part of one of the things that's in this mod. But what you do want to do is you want to come over to this ledger here. The Read Contracts ledger. Bosh. Now, you can see my map has been updated, so we will come back to that in a moment. But this ledger is full of completed jobs and contracts, but there's still one job left open. But it's a pending investigation in a small village called Chelsea V. There's not a lot of information to go on at the moment, apart from that the village has recently had a small string of bandit attacks. The reasons for the attacks are currently unknown, but some of the locals have said that it does appear that the bandits may be looking for something. So you don't get a lot of information, but you get a general gist. Basically, villages come under attack every now and then by bandits. Dave asked for the merc group to basically come and help them. Blah 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 blah. Nice and simple. Basic, I say innocent, but your bog standard merc save the day people kind of job situation here. So we're just gonna go outside because we need to look at the map anyway. But yeah, so we're gonna look at the map now because when we did read that ledger, we did also get a map update. So what we're gonna be looking for is not Paulette, but as you can see, we got here, and here is Chelsea V. So you can see you obviously got Terra here, Folklore, Chelsea V, and Pilot. So Chelsea V is basically it's a new small kind of like village town-esque thing. But we're gonna go there. I know Chelsea V means something, but I can't remember what the hell it means. But I know it translates to something, but I forgot what it is. I know that's helpful, but I don't know. Maybe someone can find out. Right, here we are at Chelsea V. So technically Chelsea V is next to what is basically the heart of Rothmere, which is this like kind of like lake thing here. There you got your little horse stable here, you got some horses you can use, blah 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 blah, if you want to. That's right, but you can take them, doesn't get classed as stealing. And but if we just go in here, and here we are in Chelsea V. Hey ho. Not all the buildings in Chelsea V are accessible. Some of them are actually, you can't get into all of them. But for example, you got Chelsea V Stable House. Got a person here, Adari. Hello, Adari. That's a story house, not a playable house. Matt's house here. Wheel. Duracell. Optimum. Samara. That's another story house. What I mean by story house, just to clarify, basically they're part of this new quest, this new mini quest. So they're not, you can't go in them. I mean, that one you don't want to go in it because you can see in it anyway, and it's fucked. But basically they're part of this quest though. And you got Zargo, we got Majari, that's another story house. Who are you? Chitari. Also have Ceres house. I'm not gonna too much go in every single house here because it's like they're your basic kind of like just abode. basic home kind of thing, you know. You are Chaplesh. I fucking have no idea if that's actually how you pronounce that name. Oh, so here, have a look inside. We got, who we got here? Who are you? Aralik. So Aralik. I can't remember if I put any modders in here. So Secondary, Sabari. Sorry, I didn't mean it. Yeah, okay. And also there, Drago. And we also have Taylor. Taylor
This one needs something.
is a follower. I'm not going to get any followers at the moment, but we do have Taylor. So, yep. Who is based off Tay from Shapeless Media. She is now Aqir. She is now a fully fledged functioning cat. And also, yeah, so secondary here.
What do you need?
The inn here is actually a fully functioning inn. And properly, it actually fully functions. You can actually rent a room, not like the others. So I might actually try and fix that in an update where you can actually rent the rooms.
Farewell.
I just have to do some tweaks to the owners and stuff like that. Right. Hello, floating cat. So before we carry on with all the story stuff, there's one more building I want to look at. So we got Propin. He is from the Shapeless Media Discord. He's not actually part of Shapeless Media, but he's from the Discord. Who I think Propin likes to do a lot of suggestions for their podcast. He's notorious for it. We've also got Diggy. Hello, Diggy, who's also from the Shapeless Media Discord. Anyway, just wanted to show them off also about it. But the main thing is, we have this building. We have this robot chicken. He does actually have a name, but I forgot what his name is. But he did give a name. But I can't remember what he was called. Yeah. So as you can see here, because the Waterbank Cottage is technically a new player home. Now this is what I mean by when I said it with the House of Terror that it had like the door key on the door frame. You had this, and now technically the key is supposed to be hanging up on there. But unfortunately, the Skyrim has Skyrimmed, and the key's actually on the floor here. So we're going to take that. Let's try it. Yeah, so we'll have a quick look in the Waterbank Cottage, and then we'll carry on with the actual storyline. Well, new quest line for the devil. Well, basically the unofficial name for this quest, for the new quest, is the devil comes knocking. I think it's something like that. I can't remember. It says in the description. It's all in there. So here we are. Yeah, it's basically a new player home. Again, this one is not like anything too amazing. It's not crazy. It's not some big ass building that's got like 15,000 floors. It's a simple but effective and happy abode. Yeah. We've got Shiner Rajin. We also have Alkosh. I think we have more somewhere. I might be wrong. I think I might be wrong. We got the tongue of the devil. That sort of just indicate that this is part of the new thing. What you got there? Trial of Sandwalker. That was in the original release. You got your Arcane Enchanter here instead of it being your normal kind of big bulky fucker. It's that little one. But you got your Arcane Enchanter, you got your Alchemy Lab, bada bing, bada boom. There you go, everyone's happy. Do I want to wear the poncho? Do I wear the poncho? Yeah, I'll wear the poncho. Right, let's carry on with the main story for this. Right. So what? So when you get here, basically to carry on with the quest and all this and that is when you get here, you're gonna go to the buildings that I basically refer to as story houses. You'll notice the story house because it says activate rather than it saying open. It says activate. So you know, and you can see map updated. It's like the door is locked up tight. One of the locals just shouted at me that the house is empty as the owners were killed recently in a bandit attack. The local did also mention that they heard one of the bandits mention about some kind of camp up in the north. And then, so like then, if say for example, if you go onto your map, you will see this here, Moorland campsite. Now I'm not going to go to every single campsite because there's 3 different camps, but I'm only going to go to the one that actually that's the important one to go to, and it isn't the Moorland campsite. Now, so next, if we go up to here and go to this one, you want to look here, look inside. It looks like this house was attacked by bandits in a recent raid. I heard one of the locals talking about bandits in the northwest. So then if we were to look again, look at the map, go to northwest, boom, lakeside campsite. And then we just go to the final story house, which is this one. Knock the door. The owner has answered the door, believing that I was his daughter Taylor. He muttered something under his breath, seemingly about his daughter and the local inn. Taylor's father does bring up the bandits and has told me about some bandit sightings down in the southeast. Apparently they have overrun an old abandoned settlement. And this will also give you an update on your map to Abandoned Village. Now, the Abandoned Village was in the original release. This isn't new for this quest, to this story. This was in the original release on the mod. And basically, the Abandoned Village is the one you want to go to if you want to sort of like basically get through this kind of quick. You basically go to the Abandoned Village. So that's what I'm going to do. Alright. Now here we are, the abandoned village, and look at all them red dots. Oh wait a minute, I don't want to use that. I want to use the hand of God. Yeah, you can throw your eyes up. I'm just gonna hit you with that, smack you with that a little bit. We're just gonna take the rest of them out whilst they're here. Whee! Bleh. Alright. Give him a smack. I don't know who that is. Come here. Oh, grab the horse as well. It wasn't me to grab the horse. Is that everybody? Okay, I think the other people just died randomly. Yeah. There's somebody here. Yeah, I wasn't anywhere near you. I know it's the hand. I know it's the god hand. That's doing that. It's kind of basically fucking them up. But I wasn't even anywhere fucking near. But yeah, so you're gonna come into basically here, and you're basically gonna want to go to that building over there. But I'm gonna go over there in a second, because if you can remember in the original release, obviously if you came here in the original release, you would come, you come in and there'd be like all the stuff here. You got a couple of chests with just some basic loot in it. Yeah, tra la la. What's that? What's there? Money? Yeah, I'll tell you. Degenerate? Well, I'll take Degenerate, why not? Lovely. But yeah. But you can remember, there was also technically 2 scavengers. Now, they're technically still here. They're just dead. But instead of just deleting them, I didn't want to just straight up delete them. So I basically kept them in the game, but they are dead. You know. But you know, but the rest of the stuff is still technically still here. Yeah. You know, so you still got the gag, you still got the lusty Argonian maid, you still got all the empty wine, you know, you still got everything else. It's just now the scavenger's dead and replaced with bandits. Actually, now I can see. Why do I wear the gag very quickly? Okay, well, so that's it. I can either wear the gag or I can wear the poncho. for the moment, I'm just going to wear the poncho because that kind of makes more sense, to be perfectly honest here. But right, anyway, let's carry on. So yeah, so you're going to basically want to go into the basic what's the first building I went into. I'm going to just grab whatever is in here, or at least some of it anyway. I'll not grab all of it. You got, yeah, I'll take your stuff. Oh, you got a question miss of scorching. So yeah, I'm going to take that. I think that's kind of a unique-ish weapon, I think, if I remember correctly. I set down that to be kind of unique-ish. But yeah, so remember to grab that, just in case. But what you're gonna be basically looking for is... Actually, is something on the table? No, it's my eyes. You're looking basically for this journal here. Now, you don't, you don't have a massive journal to read. You've only just got this passage. Because I was too lazy to actually write a full journal, full-blooded journal. But it's just basically, the journal didn't give me too much information as it was mainly rantings about conditions and the gold profit shares. But there was a passage in the journal that was talking about a cave system off the northwest cliffside. I don't know if there's anything special about this cave system, but the journal did also say something about there being some kind of ancient treasure laying within its depths. So even if it turns out to be a bust, then hopefully it is true that there is some ancient treasure within this cave that I can at least take. And basically, yeah, so obviously then you're going to look at your map, you're going to go to the northwest cliffside, and you are looking for this Wreck of Destroyer. Now again, this was also in the original release, but there was not too much mention of it in the original release. But it did actually play a part in the original questline as lore, so to speak. You know, it was lore. It was part of the lore, but there's nothing to give any indication that it was in the game. But it was there in the original release, so we're gonna go to the Wreck of Destroyer. So I'll see you there. Alright, here we are. This is the Wreck of Destroyer. Yeah, because obviously not really going to, because due to obviously the PlayStation's limitations and that kind of thing, it's basically this won't load in, so you wouldn't be able to see it from a distance, as you can't see the main land from the distance. But this was here in the original release, just so you know. I'm just going to take that, I'm going to take that, that's all I need to take. I can be in the water, so I can just go down, down. There isn't actually anything under the water, it's just more rock and stone. Yeah, anyway, but if you do come out here, you do, it's a couple of treasure chests, so you can grab a couple of things, a lot. But yeah, we're going to be going into here, which is the Bandit Hideaway. Let's go and have a look in the Bandit Hideaway. Alright. Doo-ba-doo. Bandit Hideaway. In the cave system. Let's go for reaping magic, shall we? Yeah, so this is going to be the sort of first area. And, oh dear, look at that. It's gone to shit. He didn't even have any clothes. It's stolen nothing. Okay, I'm gonna take this out. Oh, hello. Right. Take that dude out. Yep, here we are. We have a abyssal. Abyssal is a strange creature. There's not actually that much information on them in this mod, but they may be possibly making some future appearances, like in any kind of like updates and stuff like that. I might bring them back, and you might do a bit more, like, learn more about the abyssals. But you can see abyssal bandit. So obviously something went wrong in here, obviously. But yeah, you can tell you can find some bandits. I don't know why all of these bandits don't have their armor. They're supposed to have armor on, and I don't know why they don't. Oh, he does. You don't know, but you do. I have no idea. Oh well. Just gonna carry on down here. Let's go take a stroll down here into the hollow caverns. Alright, hollow caverns. Ooh. Big. Fighting. Everyone's fighting. Give me your soul. How much your soul? There you go. Actually, no, I'm not taking their soul. I'm just killing them. Yep. Take you down. Alright, you're down. So yeah, so obviously if you come to here, you know, you'll be able to like sort of like get a bit of loot, get a bit of this, get a bit of that. Yeah. I don't know, I just heard some. Where are you then? Are you in the tent? Yeah, you are, hello. You there, buddy? Oh, come with Bob this penny. Trying to unlock that. But yeah, so let's carry on. Now through the caverns. We're another abyssal. Are you? No, you're not. You're not an abyssal. You're a marauder. Ah, so yeah. So the marauders have the maces. I'm gonna take one more mace and have it. So yeah, once you walk through here, you are gonna come across some of these things, and you know this like kind of weird looking shit here. Weird looking fishes. They may play more parts in future stories in this mod. Well, in the Dark Moon of Elsweyr mod as a whole, not just this questline. So first off, we're gonna pop into the iron mine. We're gonna just pop into there. Why not? Right. We've got a few bandits to take care of. Give you a couple of whacks. Give you a whack. Give you a whack. I'm just gonna give everybody a whack. Like you as well. Give you a whack. Somebody else here. Oh, you got yourself trapped under the thing. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, he's just there. Yeah, so you got iron mine. So you know if you want to, you can come and get some iron from here. You got some more of these fissures. So yeah, technically with this story, you know, it's a simple story. I haven't tried to make it like too complicated or anything like that. You know, it's a simplified story. But there are some things that aren't answered. So like, you know, I will say there are going to be some things that aren't quite answered. Like for example, basically, what the fuck are these things? You don't get an answer. You don't get an answer for these things. All you do is you get the abyssals, and you get these strange glowing fissures. That's what you get. No, nothing else. You might get some answers for that in the future, possibly. It depends if people want. It depends if people want to know what they are. All right, but enough about the abyssals. Let's carry on. So we're gonna go. Oh yeah. I'm gonna find this bridge. But yeah, obviously you can tell the bandits would have came down here, had some kind of hideout. These abyssal things showed up, and it all went to shit. As things are on fire. Oh, you're over there. Hi, bud. You will be denied. Yeah. You're dead. Anyone else? Is anyone else still alive? Oh, you are. I can't quite reach you. Come here, you little shit. Come here. Alright. That's it. Anyone else? Nope. Just those two. Alright. Not so many alive people today. But yeah, so obviously the band, it kind of went wrong. You know, there's a bit more. It's got a bit of environmental storytelling rather than just straight up blatantly telling you what it is.
Someone there.
Yes. Oh, you came out of the darkness. Right, see you later. Basically, we're gonna go where he came from. There we are, Forgotten Shrine. Ooh. Yeah, we're basically just gonna go over there. Yeah. But yeah, so yeah, the story for this one is a bit more simplified. You know, not everything has an answer. Which is gonna take him down. The Keeper. He kind of levels up with the player, so if you come here, you know, sort of like, obviously it's like if you come in here in a high level, he might be, but he's gonna probably be a little bit stronger. He might be a little bit harder, a little bit tougher, kind of thing. No, currently he'd be kind of easy to beat, to be honest. But anyway, but yeah, so yeah, there's a lot of things. There's gonna be a few like, things that appear in this that don't have answers, that don't get, you know, the questions don't get answered or anything like that. But if you want people want answers, I don't know. You might just have to wait because I might decide down the min, I might not. Ready, anyway, enough about that. Enough about the story and lore and all that crap. Keeper. So the Keeper is just gonna have a whole bunch of like randomized loot on him. So obviously, the higher your level, the better the loot will probably more likely be. But yeah, so a bunch of this, a bunch of that. But what we're mainly here for are these two items up here. The Devil's Skin and the Devil's Tongue. These are two things that we are here for. This, you got the Devil's Tongue. Well, very tired. But yeah, so you got Devil's Tongue. Summon Daedra up to level 100 or sent back to Oblivion if target dies within 5 seconds. Feels a Soul Gem. Undead up to level 100 flee for basically 3 minutes. Burns the targets for 30 points. Targets on fire take extra damage. Creatures and people up to level 100 flee for combat for 3 minutes. Basically, yeah, it you know, it could do a bit of damage, but it's also a very strong deterrent and makes people go like, fuck that. And then we got the Devil's Skin, which by the looks of it doesn't do anything. It's just a fancy coloured piece of armour. But the sword, both the sword and the Devil's Skin, both have some hidden abilities. So if I was to suddenly say wear the Devil's Skin, as you can see, it's added some stuff. And if I was to equip the Devil's Tongue, it's added Devil's Blood Rush. Now all of a sudden, I'm on fire. That's not because of anything, it is because of the sword. So let's re-equip the sword. And whoop, there you go, look at that. I'm on fire again. So we can go to active effect and we can have a look about basically what Devil's Blood Rush does. Devil's Blood Rush, as you can see, Flame Cloak, that's because it's got a sword. So if you've got the sword equipped, you'll have the Flame Cloak. As soon as if you unequip the sword, then it is. Devil's Blood Rush, one-handed attacks do 8% more damage, health regenerating 100% faster, and it repeats the description twice for some reason. I don't know why it does. I think it's just the game being basically dumb. But for some reason it seems to duplicate the in the description. It's not duplicating what damage it does. It's just the description is duplicating a little bit. It's being weird for some reason. I'm not totally sure why. But it just does. Anyway, so that's what Devil's Blood Rush does, and it also, but you have to obviously have this sword equipped. You don't have to have it out, you just need it at least equipped on you. But we also got 2 new spells. 3 new spells. Sorry, I'm very tired. No, not 2 new spells. We should have 3 new spells. So we got summon fire sprite, the devil's palm, and the devil's screech. So this fire sprite summons a fire sprite for 3 minutes wherever the caster pointing. The devil's palm, a blast of fire that does 8 point damage, targets on fire taking extra damage. So it's basically that's the So the devil's palm is basically it's like firebolt, but it's just a bit of a stronger. It's a stronger variant. The devil's screech is basically like fireball, but again, slightly stronger variant. And so the main one is the fire sprite, is what we kind of want to look at. So the fire sprite is somewhere. Oh, I got the fire sprite working. Yeah, for some reason it just wasn't working in the 2 previous areas. For some reason, I don't know why, but I got it working. So it is basically the sprite of devil fire. So it is basically a flame archonok, but it's literally just the fire part, nothing else. There's no other odd armor on it or anything like that. It is literally just the fire aspect of it. But it is basically a fire archonok. It's a little bit stronger than your standard fire archonok. So yeah, that's it. But yeah, I still don't know why it wasn't working in the 2 previous areas. But you won't see it because it would be cut from the video. But yeah, for some reason it wasn't working in the previous areas. So if you're having problems with, if you're someone who uses conjuration spells, like for conjuring archonocks or whatever, you might have a problem, but I don't know why. If I can figure out what's going on with it, then I'll fix it and then update it with a patch. But yeah, right. But that's it. That's it for this little side quest. It was only a small little quest. It's not meant to have like loads and loads to it. It's meant to be a small fun quest where you get a couple of new items, a few bits and pieces, and yeah, a new bit of armor. You should be able to also enchant this armor, regardless of the fact, despite the fact that it has those spells on it. You should be able to also enchant this as well, so it has multiple uses. Alright, so I'm just going to put the God King armor back on. But yeah, so that is it. There may be some updates to this mod again in the future down the line. It won't be any time too soon though, as I'm doing some other work on other mods, but possibly. But it will be like still like some little things like some little jobs that you'll find in the clawed iron company, sort of thing like that. There might be some tweaks to some other places, this, that, and the other, kind of thing, blah 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 blah. But right, that is it for this video. I will leave a link in the description below to the mod itself if this is like the first time you've seen this mod, or I don't know, maybe you're a fan of the Khajiit but you didn't know that this mod existed. I'll leave a link in the description below so you can check it out for yourself. And if you are new to it, it's a big ass island. I'll just say that, it's a big ass island. But yeah, but that's going to be it for this video. So yeah, I was on a bit of hiatus, but now I'm back. I'm not going to be back like crazy kind of thing, but it will be basically primarily one video in the week, with maybe possibly the occasional broadcast if I feel like it, kind of thing. But if I'm feeling up to it, I might do some broadcasts where I might just piss around on something or whatever, but we'll come back to that anyway. But regardless, anyway, if you did like this video, remember to leave a like. And you can also subscribe to the channel where you can find more Skyrim videos, as that seems to be the main thing on the channel. But you'll be wanting to go and most likely have a look at the Skyrim Revisited playlist. I think there's like a little bit over 100 videos in that playlist, I think. So you've got plenty of content to watch. where I'll do, you know, I end up, you know, I do mod reviews, I do like walkthroughs on certain other quest or star mods, this and the other kind of thing, you know. So that's, you got that, you got some other videos, one-off videos, this, that, and the other, blah, blah, blah. Plenty of content to watch. And if you want ease of access to it, all you gotta do is just subscribe. If you want, obviously, if the bell's there, might as well just click the bell, notification bell. You'll get notified of when I do my one video a week, because I have other things that go on. But anyway, I just do this for fun anyway. So it's not a job. Do it for fun. But yeah, so subscribe, like the video, click on the notification bell, and you'll also find in the description below a link to my Discord, where you can ask me questions about any of my mods, or if you're having a problem with another mod, I don't know, maybe we can come up with a solution on that. Or if you want to talk about other mods, by all means go ahead and knock yourself out. But you can also keep up to date with other mods that I'm working on, or basically just general shit that's going on in the world, and in ways of, like, you know, you'll be able to get notified of, or well, I say notified, you won't be notified, but you know, you might know in advance that I'm going to be recording this type of video, or I'm going to be going to do a broadcast at blah blah time, you know, or anything to keep updated with stuff that's going on with the channel and modding in general. Or you can ask me a question about modding, and if I don't know, I'm sure someone on there will, as there are some other modders who are also on my Discord server. But right, that's enough of me rambling on. See, you missed all the rambling ons. Yeah. Anyway, that's my ego. Time for me to get out of here. So until next time, I'll see you all later.